Good evening, YouTube.
Cheers to that.
I have a Michigan pour of wine.
Yeah, that's I've never been a server pour of wine.
Yeah, this is the I'm getting fired pour. 6 ounces? Okay.
So excited for this week. Why are you excited?
Wait, who's excited for this week? Wow.
AB is excited.
Oh, I should probably put my microphone closer to me. Woo, let me tell you. I think Josh and I need like a triple vacation after this week. It's been rough. I guess sort of good. It's been better than last week, but still, man, it's been brutal. The last 2 nights in a row, I haven't gotten home until late.
Oh, dang.
Oh yeah, like last night I didn't get home until 7 something.
Wow.
And I got into the shop at like 8:30, so it was almost a 12-hour day. Just at the shop, not including all the extra bullshit that we always have, come up.
Yep.
But today was crazy. So like, it was funny because I was trying to explain to Meg when I got home how like we knew today was gonna be busy, but then it was busier than expected. One of those.
Yep. I know the feeling.
Yeah. Good Lord. So Richard's car, the old blue 430, is gone, off to its new owner. And as some of you saw earlier, we got a Porsche 356 Speedster replica on trade. Oh, poor Gabe. I don't think his camera's working.
Not working. It's not working.
Nah.
Gabe.
Sorry, I tried a personal hotspot too. It must be this hotel.
Well, it would be the hotel if you're on.
If you're doing a personal hotspot, I can't.
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. I don't know what it is.
Something's broken on your computer.
Yeah, the only thing different is I'm in a different location. I'm not on my home Wi-Fi.
I can hear it echo. So are you using the same hardware?
No, I'm using I don't have my mic, so everything's just shittier right now.
Well, if you click on settings and go to video, what does it say for your video input?
It says none, and there's no other option to select.
Huh.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
it's not Chrome isn't blocking the video for Restream. So, I mean,
maybe Chrome doesn't have access to your camera. Maybe that's why.
You know what? I could. I don't know. I don't want to screw up everything. I could try a different browser.
I will answer this question. Yes. So I have a theory that for certain cars in particular, and Ferraris in general, but more specifically, like the Scuderia is the perfect example of it. It almost doesn't matter what price I put on the car. And it also, that's the first part of it. The second part of it is whatever price I put, people are going to ask for $15,000 to $20,000 less, no matter what, right? So I could put it for like $220,000, and someone's gonna be like, "I want it for $200." I could put it for $120,000, and someone's gonna be like, "I want it for $100." So I had it listed for $169,900, and I was consistently getting people like, I can't even tell you, I probably had 50 offers of $150,000 or $155,000, which is just not quite what I want. I wanted something in the 160s. My goal was 165. I believe firmly that car is worth 165 or more. Honestly, it really is. Especially now, Josh and I have gone through that damn car 10 times over. I was telling Josh today, I'm like, I've had the panel off on this car, the bottom tray off that car, more times than my old 430 in the last few weeks, because I've done so much shit to it just to get it like nice and running good. But anyway, so I increased the price to 185 to see if people would offer something in the 160s. And I'm not even kidding. I got multiple offers in the 160s.
Wow.
It absolutely proved my theory correctly.
They just immediately coming in at 15 less. no matter
Yeah.
what.
15 to 20 less. Doesn't matter.
Wow.
And of course, the problem is those people are the people who aren't actually going to buy it, right? The ones who like, they're just like, because it's all the 165 wire ready. Those people, right? Like,
Yeah.
they never have the money. Oh,
The
look at
wire's
that.
never ready.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, it works.
Safari, we got it.
Okay. Weird.
I don't know why Chrome would do that.
So yeah, I have at the moment 3 pending offers on the Scud,
Wow.
and it's a drag race. Whoever gives me the deposit first gets it.
At least you hold up that end of the deal when you do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, whoever gives me the deposit, it's theirs. You know, like I don't care.
Yep.
So, and I let them know, and this is one of them. I'm not even BSing it. Like legitimately, I have 3 pending offers. We'll see what happens.
Where are they from? Facebook?
Various stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're echoing, Gabe.
Shit.
It's a weird echo. It's like we're talking
Like
to
a
a
robot or
kazoo.
something.
Yeah.
Shit. Echo cancellation on. Oh, man.
So that's a business owner's I deserve it pour.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Well, the part that I didn't tell you guys is this is my 3rd glass. I'm already feeling pretty good.
Well, if it gets too annoying, just let me know. I don't know what other settings to try.
Hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
turn echo cancellation off. Is that any different?
Well, now you're just quiet.
Wait, now I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get close to the mic.
we can barely hear you.
Yeah. Weird. You don't have any headphones?
Hmm.
No, I can.
Where are you?
I'm in San Francisco.
Oh,
That's why it's so bright outside.
Yeah, work. It's been a crazy week. I was in Denver last week for a wedding. Then I
yeah.
went home. Now I'm in San Francisco. Tomorrow I take a red eye. I'm doing an endurance race at Pit Race.
Oh, dude, that track is awesome.
Yeah, you were just there, right?
Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
track.
it's a good track.
I'm looking forward to driving it. I've driven it a bit on the sim just to get prepped, but
It's really nice. Really nice. Every time I talk, is it just me or is it everyone?
It's
No, I
everyone.
can hear it.
Okay.
can the audience hear it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're saying Charlie Brown teacher voice.
Shit. All right. Well, I'll just hang back and maybe disappear in a little bit.
Or if you want to say something, mute your mic, and if you want to
Mute
say
your mic, yeah.
something, unmute
There
it.
you go.
That's Josh's strategy when he's got like his kids running around in the background.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, anyway, I wish my theory wasn't proven correctly. It's unfortunate that that's how it is when you're selling cars like this. But it, yeah, basically it doesn't matter what price I put out. And here's the funny part is I had as many people up in arms that were outraged at the crazy price of my car because it's a salvage title when it was at 169 as at 185. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's like, oh my god, it's a salvage car. Like it's,
You'll never get that for that car. Yeah.
oh my god, it's a salvage car. It's like, shut up, dude. You can't afford it anyway, so go away. Like, I don't like being that guy, but like when someone's a complete dipshit, it's like, all right, I'm gonna find the most insulting thing I can and throw that back at you because I can.
Yeah. There you go.
So actually, funny thing about Meg's car. God. This has been a crazy week. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna take a step back. So last week, I know went poorly.
We still had a good 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
30 minutes.
What happened? I tuned in after and then it was over. I missed it.
I was just having a bad day, bad week amplified by bad months. And it just, like, how it is, like death of 1,000 pinpricks, right? Like it comes to a head. And I think everything came to a head about 15 minutes before going live.
Mm.
So I was just in like it was funny because before that I was feeling pretty good, having like, okay, we'll do the live, blah blah, and then like 5-10 minutes before the live, I'm like, this is no, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Like, no, this is gonna go bad.
Yeah. I know I joined you like, oh, thank God someone else is here. I'm not doing this alone.
Oh yeah. No, if it
I
would have
don't know
been,
how you do it in general. I'd be too pissed off half the time anyway, like to do a live. If it were my business and I was dealing with what you're dealing with.
there's
I
definitely
keep saying we should do it every other week to kind of give us a break because it feels like Thursday comes really quickly.
it does. It comes very quick.
It's fun to
Um,
do, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough, but like I just wasn't feeling it, and then Meg and I were having like straight up, so relevant to the title of this one. The economy sucks, and it's been tough for Josh and I. Like our business is having a hard time. We're definitely strapping down and trying to cut costs and be cautious. And so Meg and I were like talking about our personal finances. We're like, okay, like I'll be honest, like Meg and I, like I've put between the building and the shop and the cars and whatever, I've got quite a few $100,000 into the company. So like I've put a lot of my personal wealth into this company, and so
We both have.
Josh has too. Like this is I'm banking on this. Like this is my job, this is my future, this is my business, this is Josh's business and his future, and we're giving everything we can to make sure that this succeeds. And we know we're coming into a hard period of time. Like it's going to be rough. And Josh and I have had discussions about this, and we're strapping down, preparing for the fact that it's going to be tough, right? It's going to be rough for us.
Yeah.
And so at the same time, that means for us, our business is very much tied to our personal lives, because it's not like when you work for a big company, right? Like you might not get a raise or you might get a pay cut or whatever. But like for us, it's like we don't get paid. And to make it worse, we probably have to put money in to keep things afloat. And so that's kind of our current mentality, is we're preparing for the fact that we're probably going to have to put in more money and inject money into this company to keep it afloat for the short term, so that we can be ready to go when stuff picks up. Because like it's all temporary, right? We know that.
Yeah.
So I was having very frank and tough discussions with Meg. Josh and I had tough discussions earlier that day. Like you start hearing bad news after bad news and tough financial stuff after tough financial stuff. And you're just like, I'm just not in a position to smile and talk friendly to people. I would like to tell everyone.
It's the equivalent, like if you have a regular job, hating your boss, and your boss just won't get off your ass, and you just don't want to be there, and you have no hope for it getting.
Oh, and then, by the way, you gotta work late tonight.
Yeah, and you have to work late, and you're not getting paid extra.
Yeah, you have to do those TPS reports.
Right?
Yeah, we got to get the TPS reports on my desk by tomorrow morning.
I was just in that place where, like, if anyone gave me any shit, I was gonna tell them to fuck right off. Right. And so I'm like, this is gonna go badly, and I should not be doing it live, because someone's gonna piss me off, and I'm not gonna. My filter is at 0.
Yep.
Right. I don't have the mental energy to not tell someone to F right off. So I should just go. Like I was very aware of the fact that like I'm teetering on the edge of blowing up at someone.
Yep. Well, it's good you have that self-knowledge and can.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been doing this a while.
Yeah. So whatever, we had a short live. It was still.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So anyway, that inspired Meg and I to discuss, should we sell her car? And initially we said, yes, let's sell her car and buy an EV and get something that costs less to maintain and all this stuff, right? And so the problem is we still owe a little bit of money on our car, and so we put our car up for sale, and basically at wholesale it doesn't make sense because we have to actually inject money in to get the car that we would like her to get that would be reasonable. But if it sells at retail, then yes, we will sell. So basically, as of this moment, her car is for sale. If someone wants to pay us retail for it, we will sell it. But I'm not going to sell it wholesale. There's just no point.
Makes sense.
So it's not that she needs a new car. It's that we would like to get a cheaper car, because if we can eliminate that car payment, because it's not much, and the interest rate's like less than 1%. So it's like I don't really care about the interest, but it would be nice to just have that payment go away. And if you get an EV, then it's like, okay, now we don't have to pay for gas and whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. That's what's going on. What do we need to put money into? I mean, rent, insurance, taxes. I shouldn't say rent, mortgage, insurance, taxes, interest payments on the cars that we do have. We have to buy cars in order to sell cars.
Electric
bill, internet bill,
trash,
servers, paying
property
ourselves.
taxes.
It costs us probably about $35,000 to $40,000 a month to run this business.
Yeah, that's about right. Like
so,
rough guess, yeah.
So, if we don't sell any cars and there's zero money coming in, that's $40,000 that's coming out of Josh and I's pockets. You do that 3-4 months in a row, and hey, look, that's $120,000.
Yeah, that's a 430.
That's a lot of money.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. All I can do is shake my head.
Do we ever apply for a religious exemption? No, but I would love to.
Yeah, we've joked about it several times.
Mm-hmm. So we did discuss the truck, and we decided that the truck still is too important for the business because we use it for towing and hauling shit and stuff. Hello. You want a hug? Hug? No, he's distracted.
An EV is an electric vehicle, Hugh. How much have you smoked tonight?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I like that spelling.
Yeah, right.
Hi. Doing a little man. So combined with all of these stresses, this little turkey man, he's expensive. I love you.
Yeah, try having two of them. I just had to put braces on one of them.
Oh,
Ooh.
can't wait for that.
Both of them need braces. There's $10,000 out the door.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, braces are crazy. And insurance doesn't cover them.
Nope.
Oh, here you go. Want to peck it?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
No packet. Never mind. Just kidding. Ha. Them's was jokes. Let's see. Add an electric charger at the stub and pay for Meg's fuel pre-tax. I suppose.
It's so insignificant cost.
Yeah, so we save an extra like $12 a year.
So do you expect things to get worse, or is it just if they continue as they're doing?
I'm planning for it to be. Jesus, you need to mute your mic, Dave. Sorry, it was really bad right there. I think we've kind of decided that it's going to be at least as bad as it is, maybe slightly worse for a few months. We think there's kind of like 3 possibilities. 1, things improve after the election. That's like best case scenario, right? Because I think everyone's so freaked out they don't want to do anything until the election.
Yep.
Second possibility, nothing improves until the new year, right? Because then you get the holidays, which is not a great time for car buying anyway. So, people are freaked out about election, then it goes into holidays, and then nothing improves until January. Third possibility, I think it's going to be 6 months.
Fair enough. I mean, is it like no one's buying because interest rates are dropping? So it's like, let's wait until car rates come down? Or
I
do you
don't,
think?
I honestly, I don't know why people aren't buying. We've had cars below wholesale prices and they're not selling. And like the cars that we have are the lowest priced cars for that particular car on the market, period.
Jeez.
And so I don't know what the hell these other dealers are doing, like why, like it's crazy. So, and it's weird because we're still getting like consultations and stuff. So people are still buying cars. I don't know if it's just maybe like for some reason no one wants the cars we have.
I think I mentioned it a few weeks ago. I went to lunch with a friend who is the inventory manager at one of the big Toyota dealerships in town. And he was telling me they have so much inventory that they had to lease empty property to put all the extra cars on because they're not selling anything. Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
So,
I think people are just freaked
those
out.
are Toyotas. Those are like normal, just basic cars, nothing fancy.
Yep. Here, Kevin's coming up. They got the Super G back for it's time. It's time for more Raging Mo merch.
Yeah, I need to this hat. This logo is not on there. I need to redo it because I need a new hat. This hat's needs to
getting
see
old.
better days.
Yep.
My dogs tore up the little part at the top.
Oh. Yep. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. The whole car industry is just kind of here's what's so stupid about it right now that makes no sense to us is no one's buying anything, but then the dealers are paying over wholesale
I
to
done.
buy into.
I done.
All done. Good job. Do you want to go find Mama? Okay.
Well, I have a theory. I never mentioned this to you, Dan. And I actually talked to some other dudes who agree with me on this.
Bye.
It's so slow right now that dealers are swapping cars between each other to stay afloat.
Oh.
They're
Yeah.
trading, doing deals to renew the floor plan so they starts the interest over between dealerships. And that kind of just floats the boat for a little bit.
So he's shuffling the deck.
Yeah. Until things
That could be it. Yeah.
If you buy a car at the auction, you can floor it or you can put it on your line of credit or whatever. And then you can then take one of the cars you already have after 6 months or whatever and switch it to that one. It just extends it out another 6 months. I mean, you could really get yourself into trouble doing that, but that's what guys are doing.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's tough right now. I mean, if you're buying, my God, there are some deals out there. So that's the part that's weird.
If you're buying, now's a good time to buy.
Yeah.
Not to trade
like
things
this
in,
comment.
but time to buy.
No,
comment
trading
right here.
the trade in, you're gonna get screwed. Sorry.
I've operated on
So we
this.
did tell.
Yeah.
I operated on this pretty much my whole life. Buy
What?
stuff that's a little like more expensive than I should, and it keeps me motivated.
No.
I know every financial advisor in the world would say that's terrible advice, but it works for me.
I'm not motivated by cars, like our daily cars. That doesn't motivate me.
Well, not just cars. I mean, anything.
Yeah, but I'm motivated by like our shop and the expenses to shop and all the money we put in that.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap. My truck is a utilitarian thing.
Well,
don't give a
yeah. I
shit
mean,
about it.
that's different though. That's different.
But Meg's car is utilitarian. We don't give a shit about that car. Like seriously, it's like that was the reason we were so like okay with selling it, because like I was like, "Are you sure you're okay with selling it?" She's like, "I don't have any attachment to this car. It's not the car I really want.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Sell it. Like goodbye, go away."
Kevin, I don't pick on Toyota Camry owners because
No, they're great cars.
I drove a $500 Prius for a long time.
Hell yeah.
Just because I was like, why not? Like I have this car that's
Save money.
basically free. Why not? Who cares?
Yes, both of our wives work. So, ironically, that was, yeah. Anyway, there's some other
Well, my
stuff.
wife's a musician, so you know how much musicians make.
Yeah.
New site looks good. See that's up and running.
It does. It performs so much better. It is so much faster. I'm very, very happy with the new website. So we
Yeah,
still
we're
gotta
gonna-
get.
We still have some work to do, but it's the base of it is there, and it's way
Yeah.
better and way faster.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so frustrating before. Now the second thing we're trying to do is move the car website onto a different platform so it's faster. So the NG Supercars website, because that's also dog shit slow right now. So that once we do that, then we can shut down the old system, save some money there.
This dude's right.
Hmm.
The last election, no, it was 2016.
Yeah.
Things got so slow that I just took the entire month of December and I didn't even go in. I was like,
Wow.
forget it, it's not even worth it. I did other stuff, hung out with my kids.
Oh, hey,
went to-
by the
went to
way,
see my mom and everything.
I'm flying out to see my parents in early December.
Okay. I'm probably going to Washington in for
Oh.
Christmas.
Because I was like, plane tickets at Christmas were $900 and something each.
They're already insane. Yeah.
I was like-
Thanksgiving's insane. Everything.
Versus if I flew out 2 weeks before Christmas, they were only $300 each.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was like,
Yeah.
Maybe I
It's
should
like
look
going
at
to
doing
Europe.
that, 'cause, yeah, it was going to be like $3,000 for the four of us to go to
Yeah.
Washington for Christmas.
I was like, hell
I'm
no,
just
I
like,
can't
that
fly to
hurts.
Europe for that much.
Yeah.
I know.
It's stupid. Could you move in with your parents if all else fails? No,
No.
no. My parents are in their 80s, and they live in a totally different state.
Oh man.
We can move in with Tyler.
I'm in
Yeah.
my 40s.
Tyler's got a big house with empty rooms. We'll just move
Oh,
over
yeah.
Tyler, I'd be definitely calling you.
This is the only. That's the only time I come upstairs, really. So
Shit, we just hide in your attic or in your upstairs. You wouldn't even know it.
yeah, pretty
One day
much.
I come downstairs. And, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Sorry.
Why are you naked?
All right. Oh.
Why am I naked? Oh,
Oh yeah, 360 steering calibration. I need to
It
find
should be
out.
the same on the 360.
Well, people.
Mm.
So we were getting asked, does the launch work on the 360 calibration?
Oh, we can try it on the one we have.
We're gonna.
Josh, you should try it on the 360.
I got the computer out. And I was gonna test it, and then shit hit the fan, and I got busy.
I would assume it's the same.
Well, the problem is the 360 computers don't play as nice with the launch or any other
Yeah.
computer as the 430. So we got to verify if it actually worked. On the
Is it just a matter of like plugging it in and finding that setting?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Exactly.
This is I don't know exactly how our dealer here is doing, but if you go on Ferrari websites throughout the country and look at their inventory, they have a ton.
yeah.
There's so many 296s for sale.
Oh
it's
my God,
hilarious.
yeah.
And they all want so much damn money for them. It's like,
Oh.
Yeah. Well, they're buried in them. They took them on trade or whatever for newer cars, and they paid too much. And the Ferrari dealers ask top dollar, and they sit there forever. And then all of a sudden, the market tanks, and they're upside down on
To
them.
give you guys an idea, this is how crazy the market is. And I don't understand how these companies stay in business. We did a consultation this week, and super nice guy, found an interesting car, had a weird history. The price wasn't like great, but it wasn't terrible, right? Like it's like it's a reasonable price. That car had been with that dealership on the market for over 1 year. This is an F430. Literally over a year. It was listed last September.
wow.
And I was like, dude, beat them up. Like, if they don't want to sell the car, that's their problem. But like, they've had this car for a year. So that's the part that blows Josh and I's mind. It's like, either they've been paying interest on this car for a year, which let's assume they are. That's got to be like $10,000 to $15,000 in interest on $100,000 car. I mean, that kills any profit they had.
Yeah.
So if they don't pay interest, then who's laundering their money through that company? Like, right? I don't get it. I don't get how these companies stay in business.
Yeah. Well,
Crazy.
it's probably safe to throw them under the bus at this point, but like Ferrari San Francisco, or
Oh yeah.
I have some stories there.
I can go talk to him, Tyler. I'm out here.
Oh yeah, you should.
You should
Go
just
slap him. Go slap him in the face.
Dude,
Gabe.
go tell,
Yeah.
tell him how frustrating that was. I mean, but actually, I'm going to speak for you for a second.
All right.
Both those Ferrari dealerships acted like they don't give a shit about if you're going to give them money.
Oh, 100%.
It was insane. Like you were texting us real time as stuff was happening, and I'm just like, how can a dealership act this way?
Yeah.
And be in business?
Oh, we save those for repeat customers. Well, how do you ever get a repeat customer if you don't sell a car to a fucking customer?
Yeah, it was insane. Like I couldn't believe like the delay in response, the fact that they just didn't care.
Yep.
I mean, if we acted that way, no one would buy cars from us.
Yeah.
I could see the reviews now. 1 star, didn't respond to my text within 3 hours.
Well, that's the whole Jay Leno thing, right? Where he won't buy a Ferrari because the dealers suck, and he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
The dealer network sucks.
It's it's impressive that Ferrari corporate allows that to happen, being that they're a publicly traded company. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
They've taken the whole you have to be special to buy a Ferrari like way to the next level.
They're all just on their high horses, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they're making it so that you can't even get in to buy that first Ferrari.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to make it the easiest sell in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you literally call them. You're like, I want to buy this car, and I have cash.
Yeah, I have financing ready to go. Tell me about it. I'll send you money.
Yeah.
What did they say? What do they want from you? Was there any way to do the deal with them?
Well, okay, so Ferrari San Francisco. Apparently, the car I was looking at, and I haven't said what car it is, but you guys know it's a Ferrari at this point. Or sold through a Ferrari dealership, maybe. But, Ferrari San Francisco has a very nice spec car. Talk to them about it. Get information, whatever. Get information on their like Ferrari financial rates, which is basically 10%. And, sorry, I'm not paying that. Like, I don't need a car that bad. So I found my own financing. Told them it was ready to go. Everything's good. Salesman says, great. They won't take a deposit because it's a consignment car, and that's against their policy.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Why?
If you're getting a
Because their
non-refundable down payment, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
their policy is terrible.
Yeah. Dumbass policy.
He's like, oh, and if it was an inventory car, we would do it. And it's like, then buy it from the guy and like,
Yeah, right.
whatever. So, salesman says, congrats, car's yours. I'll put your name on it. I'll write the deal up, give it to the sales manager. Cool. Sales manager calls 4 hours later. Oh yeah. We sold that car like 30 minutes before that deal hit my desk. I'll call you. No, it's a used car. Yeah. I'll call you tomorrow if that guy backs out. Like, well, why would he back out if you already sold it? Well, he hasn't bought it, but we sent him the paperwork. He's approved with Ferrari Financial. So we sent him the paperwork. He just has to sign it and send it back. Like, so you haven't sold it.
But they got that extra kickback from Ferrari Financial.
Yeah.
That was it.
So basically, the car's still listed for sale right now, 2 weeks later. So
Ooh, I should
clearly that
email
was
them an offer
wait,
of full
wait,
price
you
and
didn't
then
tell me
ghost
Shit
them.
me.
It's still for sale?
it's
So
still
it
for
fell
sale. That
through.
was 100%
Unreal.
bullshit. 100% bullshit. It was a big ass fucking lie.
Why would they do
Whoa.
that?
Because
they
I
want-
didn't go through Ferrari Financial. I didn't.
Because they weren't
Oh,
going to make as much money.
Yeah.
I wish you could get a hold of the owner of that car and tell them what happened.
Yeah.
And
Well,
tell them to
hopefully
get
they're
their car
listening.
the hell out of Ferrari.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully
That's
they're
great.
listening.
You didn't tell me that. That's new.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
Can you,
Well,
I wonder how you could escalate that. Write a letter
just-
or something.
Well, so I found a better spec car for less money and already bought it. So fuck Ferrari San Francisco.
But to be fair, this new place at first was dragging their feet too.
Oh yeah, this new place at first didn't think it was real.
Because they like, I remember you told me, you're like, I talked to them and asked them for this information, and it's been 12 hours and they haven't sent it back to me.
Like I'm sitting here.
Like very, very simple, like, hey, can you tell me some basic things about this car? And then they would like ghost you.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like, oh, it's not perfect. I don't want it. Like it was
Right.
like, hey, just can you send me some pictures?
But
And
they I think some point in that, like, I don't know, first 5-10 contacts, I think they finally figured out, oh shit, this guy's legit.
yeah, eventually they did. Yeah,
And then they treated you properly.
I mean,
But
maybe it's that they have a bunch of clowns like we do that just waste their time and whatever. But I mean, if somebody calls us and says, "Hey, I want to buy this car. I've got cash or financing lined up. Let's do this deal." I'm going to be like, "All right, well,
Yeah.
I'll send the
That's the thing.
paperwork over right away."
Like
You're
on,
good.
on the order of operations of who's the most serious, calls are usually taken pretty seriously.
Yeah.
Because like anyone can send a text, anyone can send a DM on Facebook, but to actually be motivated enough to like talk to you in person, and then you kind of get the feel of things and whatever, usually it's pretty serious. It's like one step below, hey, I'm gonna fly out there.
yeah, you'd think, but
Which I actually, funny enough, I wanted to talk about this. We've harped on this before, and people have given a shit about our policy, and I really am going to get strict about it after the experience with the Scud. So our policy has always been no test drives without a deposit. I've had 4 or 5 people test drive the Scud, and guess how many of those people that test drove the Scud are giving me offers on the Scud? 0.
And it's not because the Scud drove bad, because it drives just fine now. They just wanted to come drive it.
It's because everyone wants a free test drive.
Yeah.
So I have to be an asshole, and if you aren't giving me a deposit, you aren't interested in the car. And and Josh and I talked about this. It's like someone who shows up and wants to test drive the car isn't seriously interested in the car. They're just interested in finding out if they even like the concept of that car.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with that car in particular.
Yep.
Versus if you give a deposit, you're invested in that particular car.
well, and that was the thing that rubbed me the worst. Was like, okay, if you don't take a deposit, that's a shitty policy. But what else can we do?
Yeah, because you can't fly out there, look at the car, and send a PPI,
Yeah.
put money in it, right?
Yeah, and it was like he's like, well, if you send me proof of insurance and your driver's license, you'll be, we'll give you priority. I'm like, okay, great. And then when that shit came through, it was
To be fair, Josh's swear jar is like that big, mine's like that big.
yeah. I try to be good, but
I'm
fuck
terrible.
Ferrari San Francisco. Yeah, so they like he told me, okay, since you sent me all this, like you have priority, I'll let you know if any other offers come in. And that was obviously a lie too. Like, or the whole offer thing was bullshit because they haven't sold the car. So
Yeah.
and then here's the absolute worst part is an hour after he called me and lied, like he even like did like a somber voice, like, oh, this just never happens. I'm so sorry.
Oh God! Give me a fucking
An hour after he calls and says that shit. And that was the sales manager. Some random person I've never talked to from their dealership emails me and says, hey, our sister dealership down the street has Bentleys. Maybe you should look at those.
That's rich.
I literally replied back, now you're just insulting me with the Italian hand emoji.
Well, to be fair on this, you should always drive the car you want to buy.
Yeah, you should.
You should. But I mean, I don't think any car we've ever bought, we haven't had a deposit before we drove the car, unless they said they don't want a deposit. Because because like we've had incidents, like we've had some cars that like they're like, hey, just show us your plane ticket and we'll consider that a deposit.
Yeah.
Basically, they just want to show that you're serious, right? And we've, honest to God, we're the same way. If you're not in state and you want to like come out and see the car before you buy it, if you show me a plane ticket, I'm probably going to waive the deposit. I'm fine with that. I just need some skin in the game. Like, you have to commit something to this car for me to say to other people it's not for sale and lose that opportunity. And that's what it really comes down to, is like there's this weird cosmic bullshit in the world, and Josh and I have talked about this many times, that as soon as you have a real buyer on a car, you also can get more buyers on the car that are real.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens over and over. The second Richard's 430, the blue 430 we just sold, I'm not even kidding you. The second we sold that car and got paid for it, we had like 5 offers on the car the next day. People
And what was
called
funny
us.
about that is like we had that car for months with no serious offers.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted it.
Yeah.
No one.
Hmm.
No one. We get it back. We put it. We don't even list it. We just showed it in some videos, and people are like, we didn't even like say, "Hey, it's for sale." We're just like, "Hey, here's this car. It's already sold." And people are like, "Hey, did that car already sell?" I mean, like literally, we got a call today for that car, and I'm like, and he's like, "Do you think it's going to go through?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's going to go through." The
Yeah.
guy's showing up in about 15 minutes.
Jeez.
I mean, it's like, what the hell?
Well, it says sold on the web, or we didn't even post that on the website.
No, we didn't post it.
We've
this time.
said that it's sold so many times, and people are. I got a call yesterday on the GT4 that we had, the silver one. Hey,
my
do you guys still have that GT4? I'm like, dude, that's car sold like a month ago. Why? What are you looking at?
Yeah, that was a very Richard's car was very, very nice. It was a clean car.
Yep.
But here's the crazy part.
Good question.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. That car is a prime example of cars have to be driven. Because when we were doing the conversion on that car, the rear main seal on that car was toast. We had to replace the rear main seal on that car. It had only 8,000 miles on it, and the rear main seal was dead because it sat around so much.
I bet a lot of new buyers get screwed. People coming in with eyes wide open.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know much.
Yeah,
Who can afford the nicer looking car
yeah.
and then get into
Yeah.
a headache.
So our policy is deposits are non-refundable, and the reason we have that is because it's not a deposit otherwise. Like, here's the reality: if you came out and you test drove a car and you found some serious reason why you weren't going to buy it, like, I don't know, I don't fit, for example. Like I've had this happen. Someone came out to buy, actually, the guy who bought Richard's car came out to buy my GT40, got in the car. He was 6 foot something, and he literally does not fit in the car. If he had given me a deposit and he shows up and he's 6'3" and can't fit in the car, and be like, here's your deposit back, man. I get it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna be an asshole. But if you show up and you test drive the car and you're like, well, you know, and you don't have a real reason, or if it's something like, oh, I didn't actually do my financing shit beforehand, and so I can't get financing now, well, then I'm going to keep your deposit because you're a dumbass. So that's your punishment for not figuring out shit beforehand, right? So yes, we do keep deposits if you screw us, but guess how many times that's happened? Never. It has not happened.
Yep.
So not a problem, because the people who are willing to put a deposit really want the car.
Yeah. So that, I don't know. That's my story. Someone was saying I should hire you guys to help me, but yeah, we already found another car. I already bought it. It's fine. We're good to go. It's just not here yet. I don't know. Should I say it or should we keep it a?
You can if you want. There's only 100.
I mean, I think everyone's figured out what it is.
Oh yeah, people aren't stupid, but
I mean, we need to do a video on it when you get it, because
Yeah.
it is a cool spec.
yeah, it's a high spec car.
It's awesome.
You can just show a picture if you want.
Do you have a
Yeah.
picture?
I think so.
I'm
Somewhere.
gonna get more wine. Look at that. My Michigan pourer.
Oh, that glass is defective. You need a new one.
Damn, it's got a hole in it.
Yeah. It
Son
just
of a-
pours right
Tyler,
out.
then what are you? What's the status of the orange car?
It is still getting fixed, and the new owner is in the chat. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
well, they're on screen. I should say.
No way, they're on screen. Really? Oh well. Okay, wait a minute.
we bought it.
The dealership bought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It won't
Full
let me
circle.
full screen this.
I
Yeah.
can see tomorrow Dan's gonna be bitching all day about how he doesn't feel good and how he's tired.
I will not.
All right,
I heard that. Oh,
Woo!
there it is.
there it is.
What color? What Rosso is that?
Rosa Corsa Metalliato, or however you say that.
It's got some metallic flair, huh?
Yep.
It's a cool
Nice.
color.
Yeah, I've never seen it in person, so. Well, I get rid of the McLaren. I can't afford to have 3 cars. So,
You did it, man. You made the switch. We were
Yeah,
waiting
I know.
for this.
Welcome
I
to
don't think
Ferrari.
you're gonna regret it.
yeah.
Oh, you don't think he's gonna regret it? No.
Nah.
No, I don't think you will.
It's
No.
just how soon is he gonna put an exhaust on it, right?
Ha.
Well, that's the question. So it's a CPO car. So I need to sweet talk James at Ferrari of Austin and make sure they'll still warranty it.
As long as you don't do the cats, they'll warranty it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't do the
Yeah,
cats.
but on that car, you really got to get rid of the cat.
No.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yep.
I feel like that's one of those where, honestly, change out the cats on that car isn't that hard. I would do it, and then if something goes wrong,
I think the problem is they'll void the warranty if it's tuned.
Oh.
yeah,
You could ask him to verify that. I know
Yeah.
Porsche does that. I don't know if Ferrari does.
If they tune it, would they still?
they won't tune it.
You never know. They like
Mm,
money.
You could ask.
They'd probably make you pay to put it back if they had to do anything. But
Yeah.
True.
yeah.
Mm.
So the McLaren fulfilled its purpose because you do have to stepping stone up in financing to, get a better.
Well,
like,
hey,
feel
give
for
me a
buying.
break. You've had fun with that car.
Oh, I've had a riot with that car.
Yeah, it's
So-
a great car.
Yeah.
But 488.
Well, like, I don't know. It wasn't like ever like a checklist item that I had for real, but to buy a Ferrari under 40, like that's pretty cool.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a great
your bucket.
thing.
That's your bucket list, Tyler.
I mean, it wasn't, but it's a neat one to add on there and quickly check off.
It was on mine for the longest time to get one
Yeah.
before I was 30.
Oh shit!
Wait,
got my
wait.
first
Did you
one when
say
I was 30.
an F40?
No,
No.
Ferrari.
Before
A Ferrari
40.
under 40, like
Oh,
40 years
Ferrari
old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. My plan was to have 10,300,000 in my bank by my 32nd birthday.
So you nailed that, right?
So I shot for the stars, but I landed on the moon with a Ferrari at 32. So it was,
Yep.
it was a little bit of a gap, but I seriously for like 7 years that was my target.
Hell yeah!
But hey, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have got where I got without that.
Well, when you set your goals really high like that, even if you only get 10% of it, that's still doing
Well,
pretty damn
exactly. That's
good.
what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
ambitious, but you're gonna come up farther than you would have had you.
If
not
you
had that.
if you meet that goal, it wasn't a very good goal. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. You always make goal. You should never really actually achieve your goals. You should always come slightly
Yeah.
short of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think your goals got to scare you a little bit. They got to make you
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
If your goal's easy, then you don't have to work that hard to get it.
yeah, I'm putting in subtle hints there, John.
Yeah, right.
So you need to get your speciality now.
F40 under 40. Let's go.
Yeah, shit. I got a year, quick.
I like this. Like I'm working on my second million. I gave up on my first.
I need this as a T-shirt.
That would be a great T-shirt.
That'd be a good bumper sticker. Shit.
Yeah, it would. Especially if it was on like a rusty shit box. It'd be like
Yep.
perfect, man. Oh man.
Good stuff. Yeah, we'll show the rest of the car when we get it. But
Oh, I
It-
can't wait. When
I'm
do you
excited.
get it?
I don't know
Sorry.
yet.
Don't know yet.
No, so since it's CPO, they're ripping out the K40 system that was installed, and there's a trim
Oh,
piece they had to
no.
order. I know. I was like, I kind of wanted that, but whatever.
K40's a crap.
Yeah. But so yeah, they're waiting for a trim piece that come in that had glue and shit on it.
Oh.
So
Well, at least they're taking care of all that stuff.
oh yeah, it's basically gonna be a brand new car, new tires on it, everything. So
Nice. Man, it's Josh and Tyler live with the expenses pushing them. No,
this isn't expense pushing me.
I mean, I don't think you understand how many expenses I have that push me. My expenses just aren't obvious.
Well, my focus has changed over time, and now it's my kids.
Yeah.
You work hard for them.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like Meg and I had a plan for how much we thought Ash was going to cost, and it's like a lot more than we thought. So, that's impacted our finances quite a bit in ways that we didn't expect.
Yeah.
And we Meg and I always do worst case scenario planning. Like, you always plan for the worst, right? Like, you're like, what's the worst thing you can imagine financially in this particular thing? And when it exceeds that by like threefold, you're like, oh,
You didn't plan very
What we're
good.
doing. We had no idea.
Oh, we suck
Look, I
at
read this
planning.
wrong.
Right? Like, I had no idea that this shit existed that cost that much. Great. Cool.
Yeah, it's a good
I've
segue.
always,
Speaking
I've
of-
always lived, and I this is almost embarrassing to say this, but I've never really planned anything. Like, I don't plan ahead like that. I just react. I'm more reactive.
I agree with you there.
Something
People are like,
happens,
what's
I
your
make it.
yeah.
I make it work.
Yep.
But
people are like,
as-
what's your 5-year plan? I was like, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
To be alive.
To not be dead in 5
Yeah.
years.
5 years. I think people who do that stuff it's bullshit, because like you can't predict 5 years ahead, right? It's such load of shit.
Yeah.
But like, there's certain things that it's like, okay, I would love to be at this point in this thing and whatever within
Yeah.
a certain amount of time. Like Josh and I have talked about, like, what are some goals for our company within X period of time? And we had certain goals, but the economy shifted, and so those goals kind of like became irrelevant, because it's like, well, that ain't gonna happen. So now, like, the goal, you always have to be reactive, right? Like, and face reality. In business world, everything is a harsh truth. Like, there's no fluffing anything. There's no hope and whatever. Like, it either is or is not. There is no like gray when it comes to business finance. So a lot of the things that we're like, well, we're trying to target to this, blah, 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 but here's the current reality. That ain't gonna fucking happen, no matter what. Unless we start selling kidneys on the black market, we aren't getting there. So it's like, okay, how do we pare it down based on the current reality?
Pretty much.
So, and I want to like be clear. It's like, this isn't like me saying, oh, woe is me, or we're failing or whatever. It's just, we're facing reality as a small business, being reactive to try and make sure that we can continue to do our business. Because that was the funny thing, is like, both Josh and I were like, okay, everything sucks right now, but I'm not giving up. Like, I'm not ready to give up. I fucking sold all my shit. I gave up my software career. I have suffered through 185 million negative comments about how I fucking hate Dan on the internet. So I'm not giving up yet. Like,
And you're almost at 100,000 subs.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
so keep going.
like
You gotta get
I've,
that plaque.
Yeah.
I've suffered through 8 years of people telling me that I'm a piece of shit daily. I am not willing to give up because of that yet.
Yeah. So click the like button and subscribe.
Right?
So you
Like,
can see more of all of
I
us.
cannot tell you how many horrible things I have read about me on the internet in the last 8 years of my life. That honestly was the one thing I did not compute in when I started this adventure.
Yep.
Was holy shit, you all are fucking crazy people. My God.
People showing up to your house with stuff, and
Dude, literally,
Yeah.
literally people showed up at my house. Like, what is wrong with you?
it's crazy.
Don't do that. I have guns. Don't do that.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
bad idea.
Texas. Everyone has guns.
Yeah, this is Texas. This is a bad idea. Don't show up at my house if I don't know who you are and start being like, hey, I've seen you on YouTube. Like, hey, get the fuck off my property.
Oh, I love it.
I'm not angry tonight. I'm just being real tonight.
Yep.
This is
Yeah. So that was part of the impetus for this. Is got a promotion that I've been waiting for.
congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. I paid off the Defender, and so with the McLaren sold, the car note for the Ferrari is less than the Defender and the McLaren were. So
Good move.
Nice.
it doesn't actually cost me that much money.
They have a Ferrari now.
Yeah. And insurance is basically the same. Like State Farm's like, yep, same cost. Here you go.
Oh, really?
did.
It's basically the same as McLaren?
Pretty much.
Oh, nice. That's
like-
good.
$12 more a month or something.
I'm surprised it's more. I've heard from a lot of the insurance that McLarens are really high because they get crashed a lot.
See, they told me it was low because no one drives them.
On the McLarens?
Yeah.
That's why I heard about Ferraris. Is like, who buys Ferraris? Old people who are boring and they don't drive them.
Dude, yeah.
Damn.
I actually got some of those comments from some of McLaren friends. Like, don't get a Ferrari. Old people buy Ferraris.
Oh, damn. That's rough.
I mean, there's an edge of truth to that, a little bit. But I hope to change that. I feel
Are
like
you in the FCA, Tyler?
Yeah.
Oh, you already are. Okay.
So I can show
Well,
up
now
with
you can
that
officially,
black
now
horse
you can
anymore.
you can be official.
Yeah.
officially, official.
You should track it, Tyler.
I mean,
You guys gotta. I want to see you guys tracking the cars.
If
more.
you're gonna track the 488, like make sure that brake fluid is good,
yeah, no shit.
yeah,
because holy crap, it will outpower those brakes big time.
Yep.
It's
just
not like
selfishly, I want to see more track content coming from the Austin crew.
Ooh.
Well, Gabe, I have a race coming up. I think in a
Yeah.
couple of months that we're probably going to go and film. It's a chump car.
Oh, wait,
Nice.
Dakota,
No, it's at Harris Hill.
Harris Hill. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
That'd be
doing
cool.
the
It's
champ car race this weekend at Pit Race.
Oh, are you? What car are you driving?
A competitor's buddy. It's a '99 Miata, but it's got a whole lot of crap done to it. It has a wing. It's going to be a lot faster than mine. Well, faster.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Everybody drives Miatas for that, though.
Jocko's always,
No,
You don't count, Jocko.
You don't count. Yeah. 'Cause you
first of
drive the
all,
shit.
let's be fair, Jocko. You're not okay. You're not that old compared to a substantial number of Ferrari owners.
Yeah.
So, second of all, you are young in spirit beyond means. Like, holy crap. So,
Daniel, my answer is 1-to-1.
So you're saying I need more cars? Is what I'm hearing.
You might need another car or two.
oh crap, dude, I'm way behind then.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
No, but
Ferrari
seriously,
track day.
Who cares? Like, do what feels right for you. Everybody's going to be different.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're financing, like, the bank's not gonna let you get over your head. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they will, but
well,
There you go,
Oh,
Tyler.
and there's
Ferrari
ways,
track
there's
day.
ways to finagle it, but yeah.
oh, we lost Gabe's thing.
I don't know.
Oh no.
There you are.
No, I'm
Oh.
here. I was trying to I don't fix my lighting, but
Yeah.
it's,
Oh,
it's
that's
the light,
bad.
It's a light overhead.
Yeah, the Ferrari track day is cool, but they want like $3,000 or something to go
That's
do it.
way too much.
Increasing the price.
It's like, no, I'm good.
And it's a half day now instead of
Yeah,
like,
it's a
When
half
the
day
first,
for like
the
$3,000.
first one they did back in the day was like $500. It was like, hell yeah. So I did the first like 3 or 4 Ferrari Czech events because they were super cheap, and I was like, this is awesome. But then they started increasing the price, and
Yep.
uh,
I mean, I know Coda is expensive to rent, so I
it is
kind of
It's
get
like
but-
I think it's like $75,000 a day now.
shit.
Jeez,
Uh,
that's crazy.
No, I'm on Dan's team in terms of watches. I'm a no watch guy. I'm not against them. I just have zero interest in them.
I don't care
Yeah.
that people buy them. I just don't care about them.
I also don't like the feel of a watch on my wrist.
Yeah, that's part of my problem is I hate having stuff on
See,
my
if I
wrist.
don't have one on, it feels weird.
It feels
I
naked.
have to have a watch on. Yeah, I feel really weird, unbalanced without
See, I got rid of my wedding ring because I was so annoyed with it.
Really?
it.
In fact, I took it off. I finally just took it off, and I told Megan, I'm like, look, this isn't a statement against you or anything like that. I just can't stand it. And I put it somewhere, and I lost it, and I don't know where it is.
Shit.
It's somewhere in the house.
Yep.
Oh, damn, we're way behind on the swear jar.
Yeah. Damn it. Yeah. So Joe said it. Yeah. 675, 720s, and 48s were on the list, but
Yeah.
for this 48 was a too good of a deal to pass up for the spec it is.
And the spec is just,
And it's got ultra low miles too.
that is a good
It's got
spec.
really good mileage.
With CPO included in the cost, like, yeah, it's hard to pass up.
Ooh, good question. What's better? Sell the 360 with warm AC and needing tiny belt service, or resolve those issues and sell it? I would say resolve them.
Yeah, fix the issues because it's
Because the thing
worthless.
is, you're going to get less money and it's going to be hard to sell.
We'll buy it.
So
We'll buy it.
People are
I
going
mean,
to
yeah.
really hammer you down.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hold on. I mean, sell it to me tomorrow. I'll buy it. I thought about it, Jocko, and I don't know that I actually am going to organize this drive because I'm sick and tired of organizing drives. I
It's
feel
up
like
to all of us to do it.
I've organized like the last, like, I don't know, all of the stuff in Austin for us. So I think I'm going to stop. I'm just
Fair.
tired.
You're just so good at it.
No, I suck at it. I'm just tired.
It's fair.
My audio still shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen
We
back to the playback.
hear an echo. We hear an echo, and it's the same words, whatever we say, but it sounds like a robot that's been smoking cigarettes his whole
It
life.
sounds like when you have a blown out speaker on like a speak and spell.
Yes. Yeah.
That,
Oh God, Gabe, you have to go back and watch this now so you can hear it.
Well, I need a new laptop. My laptop speakers are shot, so your sound to me is terrible. That's why I
That
wear
could be
headphones.
why.
You didn't bring headphones with you on a trip?
No, because I brought this laptop just for this live, just in case.
Oh.
And I didn't
Nice.
want to bring the headphones too. I was like, I'll bear through it with this if I join. So no headphones. Well, I have those Ferrari headphones, those $500 Bang & Olufsen Ferrari branded headphones, but they crackle.
man.
They make like crackling noises on this live.
Yep.
Yeah. I will
If you
do
want
it.
to front the cash for the
Yeah.
rental,
If someone wants to
stock
give me
rental.
$100,000, I will host this event.
I mean, Jeff would. Say bet and he'll be there, man. So,
The crazy thing is you rent it for that much and then you still don't even have like insurance for the event.
yeah.
I can't even imagine what that costs.
It's just crazy.
No, thank you. I thought it was my connection, so I logged on and off a few times.
Sorry about that.
I've got some extra wedding rings. I don't think they'll fit. It's somewhere in the house. I don't know where.
Did you lose it before the move or after the move?
Great question. My wedding, to be fair, my wedding band was pretty like generic. It was just, white, gold, and gold, and a little
I
pattern
got
on it.
carbon fiber. Mine's just a piece
That's
of carbon fiber.
Nice.
Yeah. It's super
Like-
light. I don't even feel it.
I mean, what a antiquated bullshitty thing. It's like some stupid thing that was invented by the gold and jewelry companies to get money out of people. So, I
Yep.
mean,
My friends did tattoos. That's pretty cool.
that honestly, why not?
They're like, why buy gold and we can do this for $30 or whatever.
It's stupid. Like,
I like it.
I'm glad I bought Megan rings because she picked them out herself and she likes them, but I don't give a shit. It's like I don't.
What happens to Dakota if they lose F1? That's a good
Mm.
question.
They will not be good.
Yeah. They're putting a lot of
I
money
don't
into
think
that.
they're
With
going to lose because they're putting a lot of money into that whole area down there. They're building nonstop down there.
the amusement park, all the condos around there. I mean, those
Yeah.
aren't Coda, but the amusement park is. So.
See, I think they're
Yeah.
planning for when the F1 is gone.
Yeah.
Well, they've
It's
got
not
the
gonna-
garage condos there. There's Turn 11 and garages.
It's not
of
going to
the
last
Americans.
forever.
Yeah.
Have
I
you
don't know.
guys-
It could. I mean, look at some of the famous tracks around the world. They've been around forever in Formula One
Yeah, but
races
those are
every
like-
single year.
Those have been around for literally like since the
Well,
beginning
they
of-
started somewhere though.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You
guess
know?
the only thing is Coda's the only like F1 purpose-built track in the
Yeah.
United States.
I mean, Canada's track is the same. Like they do it there every year.
That's true. Hopefully they stick it around because otherwise that would suck.
I mean, they fixed the pavement issues, right? So that
I'm
probably
Well,
sure
helped them extend.
politics
Paved
will
it.
end up ruining it at some point.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
What will?
Politics.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And there's more and more houses going out there too. So it's like,
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing ever. It's like I'm gonna build my house near a racetrack. It's so loud. Oh, this is
Yeah.
stupid. It's like you dumb mother.
Yeah.
God, what is wrong with you? I love the people that built around Laguna Seca
yes.
and they're bitching about Laguna Seca. It's like you rich, stupid asshole.
Yeah.
I genuinely think I'd be totally fine living near a racetrack.
I'd love
I
it.
would.
I don't care.
Like the sound.
I
Oh,
would
yeah.
find it
You'd be
enjoyable.
like, oh, what's out today?
Yeah.
As long as you could see it, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
You mentioned the sound. Dan and I watched that Doug DeMuro video he did like 2 weeks ago where he
Oh yeah, I saw
Yes.
that.
all the sounds of the Ferraris, and Dan and I were pretty spot on most of them.
Dude, we kicked both of their asses.
We kicked both their asses. It was great.
Yeah, we were like, hell yeah, we got this. We should be
Nice.
on that shit. I didn't watch it with you, Josh, because I was at home. They did another video that was like something about like supercar trivia,
Hmm.
and oh, it was obscure as hell. And I was like, oh, some of these are really,
Yeah, I'll have to
Really
go back
tough.
and watch that.
yeah, that one was tough. Oh, Freedom Factory, dude, I love the Freedom. Can I just say this? I think Cletus McFarlane is the best car YouTuber, period.
I agree with that.
I think, and kudos to him. I think he's created the most legitimate and long-lasting business out of it.
He's one of the only ones I watch because he
Yeah.
seems very authentic about it. He's
He
not
is.
trying to be something he's not.
When I
which all
when
these
I
other
met
guys
him and
do.
drag raced him, he is exactly in person as you expect. He's a super like he puts on a persona. To be fair, he puts on the Cletus persona, which is a little bit like
Cle-
dumb. He's actually really fucking smart.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, well, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, and just his video that just came out with him like picking up his helicopter and then flying all the aid stuff in North Carolina and then ending it with like, I couldn't have done this without you all. Like, it was like, ah, man, like, it's just
Yeah,
such a
dude,
good
no.
guy.
Honestly, having met him, I was like, yep, this is exactly what I expected out of you. Like, you are a phenomenal, good person, and he has that like special something where he can like put on a show and entertain you, and you like really want to watch it. You know, like I don't have that. Like that is something that you are either born with or not. Like he can like be the center of attention and like connect with an entire audience. Like if I had to do that shit, like stand in front of an entire crowd and try and pump them up, I'd be like, hello.
Yeah. Speaking of though, we had 160 people watching. They need to reach out to Cletus and get Dan and Josh in one of their YouTube
Dude.
races.
Oh,
I
I
just
would
say
love
this?
to do that.
If I got to do any of the Freedom Factory races, oh my god, I would go out with one intention. I'm gonna wreck as many cars as I can.
They have the demo derby stuff too. Like,
I'm gonna fuck shit up. I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna take out a lot of you.
so if we get 130 people to reach out to Cletus and be like, get normal guy
yeah.
supercar.
Dude,
Yeah,
come on.
let's do it. I'm in.
Just be like, hey, you already drag raced him and kicked his ass. Let him redeem himself by breaking a bunch of shit.
Oh,
Hey,
look at
Cars and
this! Look
Bids.
at this. We got cars and bids on here.
Nice.
What?
What the heck?
Let's do it.
Hey,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Wait, come to San Diego and challenge us, dude. Okay, we're in.
Yeah.
Seriously, tell us when. Send us an email.
Have they just been
Fly out
quietly
there.
watching all this time and finally heard their
Yeah,
Probably.
right. They've been-
and commenting?
Hopefully, I'm like, oh shit.
Who's
did
that,
we say
Kenan?
anything bad about them? No. Seriously, no. We would totally come out there. Although, admittedly, I don't. Some of the
I don't want to be embarrassed now because they're going to.
Yeah, I know. Now it's like, oh, crap, we put our-
about.
we put our name on the line, and next thing you know, we totally get our asses
Oh,
handed to us.
That'd be even funnier though. Do it.
No, it'd be awful.
That'd be
Name,
embarrassing.
name the Pagani. Go.
We should do, hey, do an F430 thing. We would kick its ass.
There you go.
Oh, they would find some stuff that we don't
I know,
like,
right? Some obscure crap about
What's
the
the
damn
width
car.
of the valve?
Or like,
Yeah.
what's the name of
F430.
the? They made like one or two one-offs that they literally made like one of. Like, what's the name of that thing? It's like, oh, fucking no. That'd be funny, man. Seriously though, we would love. I would absolutely love to come out there and attempt to get my ass kicked by you guys in a challenge.
Honestly, I'd just like to rent a convertible and drive around San Diego.
Hell yeah.
Actually, dude, some of those challenges where they drive around and try and find
What
stuff.
we could do.
That'd be
I think
fun.
there's a Manheim in San Diego. We could buy something
Oh.
at Manheim, San Diego, and drive it back.
Dude,
Nice.
oh my god, that would be awesome. Let's buy a shit box
It's
in
happening.
California
Yeah,
and drive it all the way home.
Got 160 witnesses. It's happening.
I did enjoy that.
I'm-
The one where they
I'm
went
scared
around
now. I don't-
car spotting. That was
Yeah.
an entertaining one.
I thought
Yep.
those were good. I like those. Those were kind of fun because, like, I don't know. I liked what I liked is like they would talk about, oh, like here's this whatever one of 50 bullshitty car, and you're like, really? They only made 50 of that thing? Okay, you know, like
What we should do if I don't know who's behind Cars and Bids there, but we should get them to come on the live sometime and chat about cars and stuff with us if
Heck
you're
yeah.
interested.
I mean, or we can go on their live too.
Yeah.
They do their, well, they're I don't think it's live. They do like a podcast type of thing.
Well, they're not going to want us on theirs, but they
'Cause,
can
yeah,
come on
well, we
ours.
swear too much.
Well, we
If it's
can
not
take-
live,
we
they can
take
edit it
that
out.
back a notch.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's true. It's not live. They can bleep us out. Sorry.
Oh, dude, 10K is way too much. We need way
10K,
less than 10.
dude,
10K,
10K,
I'd
the
just
car's
buy a
gonna make it.
Lexus. I'd buy a Lexus LS and drive it back, and we would get back no problem.
Toyota Corolla. I'll make it no problem, and I'll only have to fill up twice.
Yeah.
It needs to be like 2,500.
Yeah. We need a shit box. Come on, shit box challenge. Josh and I have been dreaming of doing a shit box challenge
Yeah.
for forever.
If you peep on the
Actually wrote
whiteboard
out
and
all the
videos,
rules.
We
We
have
wrote out
it's
all the
on
rules on our whiteboard. They're still there.
It's literally on the whiteboard. We have like, okay, here's what we were thinking. Hear us out.
is that a new dog?
We're watching Allison's parents' dog.
Ah, yes.
We call her name is Phoebe, but we call her Fleeby,
Oh,
Aw.
the Chihuahua.
So here's the thing. We were thinking, what if we opened up a shitbox challenge to the public? Like, imagine, so like you've got like the Bull Run Rally, and you've got like, you know, the Gumball 3000. What if you had like the shitbox 25?
We can workshop the name.
I,
But you know,
I don't think opening it up to the public is a good idea. I think we
I
have
think
to
it's
be
a great
selective on
idea.
that, because that's just going to turn into a disaster.
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't want to deal with that.
But walk us through some of the rules.
You don't make it an official event. It's just like, here's the rules. Show up at this time and good luck.
But if we do that, we want to document everybody's like
Right.
Yeah.
journey
So,
through
okay,
it.
so we-
And
so
if
we
it's
have to
just
buy
open to
Coca-Cola.
everybody, it'd be harder to do that. If we just kept it between friends, we'd have like 5 teams, 2 people per
Well,
team.
okay, so the first
Here are the
time we do it
rules.
with Fred's, and then we open up to the public.
I'd be better doing that.
Okay, so let's open it up. Let's try it with like 5 or 6 friends or like teams, right? And if it goes well, then you do. Because imagine if you signed up for like a Gumball 3000 type event where the rules were like, oh, you have to buy a car and prove you paid less than $3,000 for it. How awesome would that be?
I really like the idea of running it through the auction when we're done, and you have
Yes.
to take whatever it brings. It's no reserve.
No reserve. That's part of the rules. Like everyone buys
Even if
the
it's
car.
non-running, if your car doesn't make it back, we're towing it to the auction and running it through as a non-runner.
Dang. All right.
Come on, how awesome! So like you have to drive it through all these challenges, and at the end, it has to go to auction, no reserve. Dude, we could get Cars and Bids involved, and at the end, you send them all the Cars and Bids.
I don't think Cars and Bids is going to want those cars.
Of course they don't, but it'd be fun if they're still around listening to this. See, we got ideas. By the way, Cletus's truck challenge.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
The ending was amazing.
That I'm sorry, but those were some of the best YouTube videos I've seen in the last year or 2 or 3.
Yep.
They were hilarious. I was literally laughing out loud. Like that's why we have to get teams of people, because it's just so absurd. It's so absurd. It's fun. You know,
I'm
like,
going to throw this out there, Dan. This is something else we need to do. And Tyler, you need to commit to coming with us. Maybe
Okay.
Dave if you want, but we're going to Alaska.
Yes.
yes,
Yes, please.
July
And we're going to
4th.
do a car. I want to buy a car there and do
July 4th.
I want to do
yes.
the jump.
All right.
Dude, we've got a place
I
to
think
stay.
that would
My
be-
sister's. We can stay at my sister's.
Sold.
How far is that from
Your
Your
where the
sister
jump
lives in
is?
Alaska?
Yeah, she's in Anchorage.
What?
Well, how
Yes.
far is that from where we need to go?
It's in Anchorage. It's outside of Anchorage.
Oh, okay.
Which, to be fair, it's in Alaska, so that could be like 6 hours, but who knows?
Yeah, it's like Texas on steroids.
What do you want
right.
to do there?
We could buy a crappy car up there and launch it. I think that
Because
would
you
be-
remember, if you cut Alaska in half, Texas would be the 3rd biggest state.
Jeez.
Texas is all like, we're so big. It's like, no, Alaska is
Yep.
huge.
Yeah, I'm so down for July 4th launching cars. Holy shit.
Mhm.
Yes, please.
Oh, you'd go to that event where they
Dude, yes.
launch them?
Yep.
We were watching that video. Just go to 1320's July 4th video on it, and it's
Yeah, I was
so
watching it
funny.
with my wife a few weeks ago, just like in the background.
I gotta do that.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to be in the front row of that crowd at the bottom.
No.
And then
you
that
need
water,
that.
they go in the water after. It's like acid water.
I ain't
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that.
Fine
I ain't
stuff.
doing that.
No.
The guys go in it.
Yep.
That looks so fun. We got to do that.
Yeah, you gotta weight the back down so it doesn't nosedive. So it.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. So
we
fun.
need to for sure do a car. Come on, it'd be
I
so
wonder
fun.
how long would it take to drive from Seattle to Anchorage?
Like 4 days.
Really?
It's like 3,000 or 4,000 miles.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
I think if you go from Austin to Anchorage, it's like 6,000 miles, of which most of it's after you leave the United States.
Yeah. Launch Tyler's new 488.
Oh, shit.
Hey, put a stated value policy on it. I don't care. I'll be
long as
making money.
As long as we get it without your permission, right?
Yeah. It's stolen.
Just,
No?
just leave the key,
Deniability.
leave the keys out somewhere and
Just hack
accidentally.
the key. Like it's fine.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
But it's plausible
That
deniability.
356 we got is titled as a 1976 Volkswagen Beetle, and it's actually nicer than my Speedster. It's got the bigger 2300 engine in it, and the guy added a lot of extra stuff that's really cool. It's a really nice car.
I drove
Really
it around
nice.
a lot today, and it's fun.
Cool.
I
Well, it's
like
only
that.
2,300 miles from Seattle to Anchorage.
Oh,
it's only
okay. Well, that's
2300?
still a lot.
Yeah.
That's still a lot.
40 hours.
Jeez.
Ugh.
Oof. My
Well, I was
parents
thinking
have done
it'd be
that.
much easier to buy a car in Seattle and drive it to Anchorage, but that's 40 hours is too much in a shitbox
Yeah.
car. I don't know if I'd want
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
Well, we need to do the Shipbox 25. We need to next year, or I don't know. Honestly, right now is the time of year to do it because it's like reasonable outside. Although that almost makes it like easier because like the cars won't suffer as bad when it's 125 out or whatever.
Yeah.
I still want
that.
to do
I want them to suffer though.
Yeah,
I want them to
like,
overheat. I want radiators to blow.
I feel like you have to do it in the middle of the Texas summer, and that's part of the challenge of it. It's like,
Yeah, and I want the AC systems to be stressed.
ooh, man, where you're buying like 4 bottles of recharge every stop. Ooh, yeah, we got to do that. We need to do the shitbox challenge.
That'd be fun.
Definitely. That's interesting. That we should totally go out. If Cars and Bids is legitimately like, okay, come out here, let's do it, man. I want to try and lose to them.
Yeah,
Was
John, that's the point.
Ooh, August. Yeah, that's the month
Yeah.
to do it.
So the key is you have to find a car that you think is reliable enough to, drive in the heat, have cold AC, but also be fun to drive. I don't know. There's not many cars that fit that.
Dude, Coda would never let all these shit boxes on it. Give me a break. They'd be pissing oil and fluids and stuff
Yeah.
all
Oh,
over the
yeah.
place.
We would owe them millions of dollars.
Yeah, it would cost so
Damn.
much money. What's SD to Austin?
San Diego.
Oh, yeah. Oof. That would be brutal.
That's brutal.
Is being a
It
car
can
dealer
be.
lucrative? It can
Can
be,
be.
yeah. It's always ups and downs. Right now is a down.
Everything in life is a wave.
If you don't know what you're doing, which most guys don't, it's
I like this.
it'd be brutal.
This is a pretty damn good live tonight. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we only got 7 minutes left, so
Yeah. We
Yeah.
put some people on blast. We said some stuff. It was good.
Yeah, it's always a good live if you piss off people.
no, you should not quit your day job and start a dealership.
Oh hell no!
Hell no.
Do you have $1 million and would like to have 250,000?
You know how many guys I've seen go out of business since I've been doing this? It's a lot. And they were all kind of like, oh, this is easy. I'm just going to buy these cars, fix them up, and sell them, and I'm going to make all this money. No, it doesn't work
No.
like that.
It's brutal. Inventory.
Let's see, we got the Scud is still there. We have the 356. We have the 2 gated 430s. And I think that's it.
The Porsche.
Oh, the Targa. Targa
Target's
4S.
back from paint,
Oh, nice.
but
It's
it
back
broke.
from paint and it looks amazing, but I drove it home last night because it needed to be driven after sitting for a while. And I was driving it home, just chilling. I wasn't speeding or driving aggressive, just chilling. And all of a sudden I hear this loud bang, like almost like the car bottomed out on something. And I was like, that's weird. And it started handling kind of weird. So I got it all the way home, and it turns out the rear right shock, the collar at the bottom that holds the spring, came unwelded from the shock thing itself, and the whole shock is just bottomed out.
Whoa.
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like it.
What car?
It's a 911, a 997 911. Let me see if I have that picture. It's kind of hard to explain, but we'll do a video on it because it's pretty epic.
Yeah, Viper's sold. It's
Nice.
Going out sometime soon. We sold it wholesale. Yeah,
You'll have a McLaren soon.
that's right. We'll
Yeah.
have McLaren
On the
soon.
650S.
Yeah, we weren't getting no interest in the Viper, so we just dumped it at wholesale, got rid of it. Oh, we have the Super Leggera.
Oh yeah, Super G.
Yep, Super G's still there. Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from this picture, but there's the shock collar right there, and it's supposed to be way up there. So the spring is just like you can grab the spring and move it around.
Whoa. Dang. All right.
And yeah, that's what the.
Oh wow.
It's like squatted to hell.
Yeah, lowrider.
So I drove Dan's truck home with the trailer, and I loaded it in the trailer when I got home. So I'm going to bring it back to the shop tomorrow.
Nice.
Biggest loss of the year this year was the GT3.
Yeah.
We lost about 15 grand on it. Last year was that Huracan. So I like this question. This is actually, that's from the same person. My God, you are a fucking piece of shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to hear that out loud. What I meant to say was, why don't you think of positive things?
I mean, it is a legit question, but I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any business, right? You run it until you think, okay, this isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we've hit that point. We both looked at it. It's not that it's not working. It's that, like, okay, if you run a business and you think it's all going to be rainbows and unicorn farts and just happiness, you are dumb. It's hard, really hard. And it takes a shitload of effort and it takes a lot of money, and there's going to be good times and bad times, and the bad times are going to be the worst times of your life. But if you're willing to go through all that bullshit, you might survive, and at some point you'll have a business that you're like, holy shit, this is awesome. And here's the thing is, even in these hard times, Josh and I both were like, look at this shit. Look at what we've built out of nothing. Like, how many people on earth have done what we've done? Very, very little. Like, we've realized a dream. We get to play with the cars that we dreamed of every single day. We go to a shop that we're proud of. Like, I mean, every time I pull up, I'm like, holy shit, this is ours.
Yeah.
This is our dealership that we made out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we've probably between the two of us probably driven more Ferraris than
we've driven 1,000 anybody. I guarantee you, between the two of us, we've driven 1,000 Ferraris.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it pays for our bills usually.
Yeah.
Asterisks.
Well, and you run the ship, so you can change direction and course if you need time to do so. Like,
even, I mean, my God, I enjoy what I do even on the days that are brutal. I still like what I'm doing. I still would rather do this than go back to doing what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and there's depressing times, and there's times where it sucks, and there's times where I'm going to come on my lives and bitch and moan, but I wouldn't give it up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fight until I'm broke to make it work. Sorry.
Yeah, you can make decent money servicing vehicles, but it's way too much effort. It's not worth the effort. The effort that effort you could be put towards something else in the business that's going to do better.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Anybody that has a service department will tell you that. It's a nightmare.
I mean, the problem with the conversion business, we've got it streamlined. We've got it down. We're not getting a lot of interest right now. I think the market is soft, and people don't want to spend.
A ton of looky-loos on the conversions. Yes. Like, we get a ton of calls.
Everyone's like, questions. "Oh, I'm going to convert my car in 8 months," or you know, "I'm going to convert my car next year." No one's. I'm going to convert my car now. So, it's the market's there. It's just no one wants to spend the money right now.
Right.
Yeah.
See you, JS360.
The part of the problem too is that the value proposition is not there anymore as much. Like you put
Yeah.
the money into the conversion, and the
All-
car
all
is
the-
maybe worth what you put into it, but maybe not.
I
Where
think
it used
everyone,
to be like you
all the
put money in and you
speculators,
double your money.
all the speculators are gone now, right? Because it was so speculative. It was like, oh my god, I'm going to convert my car, and it's worth literally 2 or 3 times what I paid for the conversion. So everyone was just flipping cars constantly. Convert it, flip it, convert it, flip it, convert it, flip it, and that's. I have multiple times said in videos, that's not how this market should play out, and people got all mad at me and whatever because like, oh, you're hurting the conversion market and blah blah. It's like, well, that's not what this market's about.
Yeah.
Well, now it's come back to reality, and now it's the people who actually want a manual transmission car. So it's different. But it's now 9:31.
Woohoo.
Wow, this live went extremely fast.
Yeah, it did.
Wow. Well, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for joining us. We appreciate it. Check out normalguysupercar.com. Our website is live again. It's awesome and fast. Might have some problems in it, so if you see anything wrong, please let us know. Yeah, we kind of low in inventory, but check out ngsupercars.com. And if you know someone who wants to sell a supercar, send them our way. We could use some inventory.
Yeah,
But- Dude, it's been rough finding cars. There's nothing out there. Nothing out there. It's awful. But thank you guys. We'll see you next week. I wish I had something smart to say. I don't, but we'll see you next week. Bye.
Yep.
later.